Hey, hey, it's Dana, the Gypsy Psychic. Are you ready for another message? Come on in and get comfortable. Put your feet up, get your blanket, a pillow, something to eat, something to drink, something to smoke. Throw it up on the big screen if you want to. Put in the earbuds, kick back and relax because we're going to unpack some psychic messages. Hey, hey, Taurus. Hey, hey, hey. Let's throw some cards. Yeah, let's throw some cards for Taurus. Let's see what's happening for you guys. Right on. I hope all is well. All right, let's see what's going on with Taurus today. Spirit, Source, Universal Energy. We have the collective of Taurus with us, Spirit, and we want to know what you know. What do you know about Taurus, and what does Taurus need to know and understand about themselves, their lives, and their future? Spirit, what's coming towards Taurus? What do they need to look out for? What do they need to look forward to? And how do they navigate everything for their very best and highest good? All right, Taurus. All right. This is what's going on. First of all, I want to tell y'all that my book, The Ultimate Step-by-Step Guide to Your Spiritual Awakening, is now available as an audiobook. There is a link in the description box below. 2 hours of spiritual pontification meant and designed to help you grow into who your soul needs you to be. Right on. Description link, box below. All right, let's do it. There's also a video circulating out there. I will link it right here of a sample chapter, chapter 5. It's called The Big Hoax. It's very interesting. Give it a listen. All right. Partnerships and alliances with the 3 of Wands, okay? This is joining forces. Joining forces with someone, okay? With someone or something. Partnerships and alliances. To the Knight of Pentacles, same old, same old. The 8 of Pentacles, working hard, working on it. And then the 8 of Cups, double 8s. 8 is the number of movement, action, and change. This is movement, action, and change in the emotions. This is movement, action, and change in your sense of well-being. This says that you are in some kind of partnership or alliance in your life that is steady, stable, same old, and you're just plugging away with the 8 of Pentacles, right? Just plugging away at it. And the 8 of Cups comes on top of this and says, it is time for you to realize that this is over. This is over. Whatever this is for you, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be anything in your life, any kind of situation or circumstance at all. It could be anything for anyone. This is a general reading. Whatever it is, you are connected with someone or a group of someones, and you are just steady and stable, just plugging away at it. And the 8 of Cups says, there's nothing else to be had here. There's nothing else to be had here. We need to begin the process of walking away from this situation. This is a thing for Taurus, though. Taurus likes steady, stable, but there's so much better. Look, passion ignited right here, right? When you walk away from this in the 8 of Cups, you walk directly into the 9 of Cups, which is wishes fulfilled, comfort, happiness, and satisfaction. Passion ignited with the Ace of Wands, right? This is the new direction of your life. This is the threads that your soul is sewn from. This is the next chapter of your life, the new opportunity that is going to manifest once you realize that the current situation or circumstances that you're in is worn out and there's nothing else to be had from it. Death. Bringing the old situation, the current situation, to an absolute ending actually transforms your whole future. To the Hierophant, bringing a death to the commitment, an end to the commitment that you have in this particular situation, opens the door for all kinds of delicious prosperity to rain down in your life, Taurus. Yes, it does. This is also the card of Taurus, right? Death is Scorpio, which is interesting because we have a Vedic full moon in Scorpio today. In Western astrology, it's a full moon in Sag, but in Vedic astrology, it is a full moon in Scorpio. There's Scorpio. Full moons are about endings and closures, blah, blah, blah. I'm not an astrologist, but I do know some. Little bit. I follow it myself. So if you want, I listen to Annie Botticelli. She's really good. If you need a good astrologer, go check out Annie Botticelli. Anyway, the Hierophant, Taurus, spiritual wisdom, internal guidance, right? The Hierophant is the guy or the woman. The Hierophant is the being who would go into the temple, download information, and then bring it out of the temple and disseminate it to the people. That's what the Hierophant means, okay? This is you going inside your own temple, the temple of you, and downloading the information, the spiritual guidance that you need, so you can bring an end to a situation that is no longer serving you and transform your life by following the inspirations and the aspirations that will be brought to you, that will be introduced to you when you make the decision that this is no longer serving you. All right, temptation with the devil right here. Old El Diablo, right? Your temptation, Three of Pentacles, is to stay in this partnerships and alliances over here, right? Double threes. This is fire energy. This is earth energy, right? Steady, stable, sense of well-being. I need this person, place, or thing. I need these people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances. I like this. It's okay. And I want to just continue plodding along, doing my thing. It's good enough. And the universe says it's not good enough, Taurus. It's not good enough. It's stale. It's old, and it's time for a renewal. It's time for a transformation. The temptation, the attachment that restricts your growth, is you thinking you need what it is that you are entwined in right now, and you don't. Ace of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse says that you being quite comfortable in this particular situation, just plugging away, working your little heart out in this situation, is not, it steals your motivation for better or more because it's comfortable. And that's the attachment that restricts your growth. The Two of Pentacles, movement, choices, and decisions about your sense of well-being. There needs to be some movement. There needs to be some prioritizing. And the Hermit comes on top of it and talks about deep, deep soul searching and introspection. Taurus, there is a gigantic new opportunity, a gigantic movement that's happening in your life or will soon be happening in your life that's trying to push you to where you need to be, so you can be a piece in the puzzle, a thread in the tapestry of universal order. And if you just stay plodding along where you are, you're never going to be able to reach the pinnacle that you came here to achieve. The Hermit says, let's talk about this, man. Let's sit down, take your shoes off, ground yourself on the earth, put your feet in the water if you got some Pisces in you like I do, right? And talk to Source, because they have some things they want to reveal to you. They have a new direction of your life that they need you to pay attention to. But old El Diablo here wants you to just keep plodding along like you've always been plodding along and pay no attention to any kind of new transformation of your life. They need to keep you in the tunnel, to keep you plugged in to the matrix so they can consume your apathy. Read my book. Listen to my book. It'll tell you all about that. Then we have spiritual union, second row, first card. To the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Pentacles in reverse is about immediate short-term focus. It's also about an inability to grow the kind of seeds that you need to grow in your life. Spiritual union is the Two of Cups. This is whomever it is that you are in cahoots with here, just plugging right along and going about your business with no regard for what's next or what's coming. There is no ground to grow your seeds on. That Eight of Cups says it's empty now. It's over. It's done. It's time to move on from this situation. But Taurus seems to think that because it's safe and comfortable, that it's just where they're supposed to be. Again, with the Hierophant, the card of Taurus, twice in this reading, and we have the Empress, right, down here. This is your spiritual wisdom. This is your internal wisdom. It is you evaluating exactly what it is that you are committed to. And because the Two of Cups in reverse says this is an unviable relationship. It's not going to take you the distance. It's not going to work the way that you think it's going to work. Seven of Cups in reverse is delusion. Taurus is believing that this is some kind of good thing in their life, and it's not. It's stealing their ability to follow the path of their soul. To the Devil in reverse, release your limiting beliefs. Detach from your own toxicity. What is your toxicity? It's that Knight of Pentacles. Same old, over and over and over again. Never going anyplace new, never doing anything new. Routine, routine, routine. That is the thorn in the Taurus's side, is not ever having the desire to do anything different. If it's working, leave it alone. No. These cards are saying it's time to get fired up, Taurus, because there's a new phase. There's a new chapter of your life. We need you to detach from your toxic laziness. Oh my gosh. Your toxic laziness and do something different. Three of Wands. Have some foresight. Get excited about the new stuff that's coming in. Do it in a different way. The Two of Wands. This is the future, at the crossroads of your future, and you are at the crossroads of your future. Six of Wands in reverse. But if you don't recognize the battle that you need to overcome, you will not be successful in your future. You will just stay. The Two of Wands is about a crossroads. It's about you stepping forward into your future or staying stagnant right where you are. And this whole reading is about stagnancy. This Taurus is stagnant. And there's new, wonderful, beautiful, exciting things that need to take place in your life. The Empress, right? Empress. This is lesson 3. This is Taurus. It's Libra as well, but we're talking Taurus here, right? This is fertility. This is the dirt of life. There is more. There's so much more than what you think there is. And the universe really wants to rain it down on you, but they're not going to go against your free will. And if your free will keeps you in the steady, stable, same old kind of thing, being just happy enough, don't worry about it, don't upset the apple cart, right? No. The Empress says that if you will point your mind towards what your guts are telling you, and both of these Hierophants right here, your internal wisdom, if you will follow what's going on inside of you, the Star, it's going to lead you to your path and your purpose. It's going to lead you to renewal, the next phase, the next step of your life, Taurus. The universe needs you to step out of your comfort zone and into something spectacular. Spectacular. The Hangman, third row, first card. This Hangman is about sacrifice. Sacrifice to the Lovers, to the Emperor in reverse. Okay? What these cards are saying here is that this particular Taurus is sacrificing their entire future because they are in a situation that they find to be safe. Safe and secure and comfortable. Yes. See, the Emperor, it's lesson 4, comes right after fertility with the Empress over here, right? The Emperor comes behind the Empress, and he creates in the outside world what the Empress has created on her inside world. Yes, he develops in his life. His outside life shows what his inside life believes. The following of the intuition, the controlling of the thought life, that spills over onto the outside of a spiritual person's life. The Emperor in reverse talks about being out of control. And I think that's what this transition is for this particular Taurus. This particular Taurus is growing spiritually. This particular Taurus is expanding their knowledge, their inner wisdom, their belief systems. The inside of this Taurus is expanding, but it's not bleeding over into the outside of your life, because the outside of your life is still boxed in some kind of safety zone. And Taurus is reluctant to expand beyond their safety zone because they're not trusting their higher self. Interesting. The Hangman, sacrifice, the Lovers, and the Emperor in reverse. This tells me that you are sacrificing your future in order to be safe in some way. And that's not the way it goes, Taurus. It's not the way it goes, man. Look, the Empress, the Magician right here, right? Awareness. Be aware of what it is that you're manifesting, because your internal world with the Empress and the Star and Death and the Hierophant, your internal world is ready to spill over into your external world, but the situation and the circumstances that you are currently rooted in will not allow for this to happen. Therefore, there needs to be transformation. You need to see the forest through the trees. You need to focus your mindset on what you want your life to be, instead of being okay with the way that it is. This is a Taurus that is feeling movement inside of themselves, but afraid to take action on it on the outside of themselves. The 9 of Cups, right? Remember I said you're walking straight from that 8 of Cups into the 9 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is when you realize there is nothing more to be had here. Nothing more can be created in this situation. And it spills over into the 9 of Cups. Wishes fulfilled, comfort, happiness, satisfaction. That's what the universe is promising you, Taurus. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 15 major arcana in this reading. Major arcana is Source speaking to you. They desperately want you to understand this message. Justice. What's good and right and proper. What's in your best interest. What is justice for you in your life is to realize that what you have created on the inside of yourself is now ready to spill over onto the outside of yourself. It's time to cut loose of ties, commitments, and obligations that don't allow you to do that. Chariot. Put in the self-control, the willpower, and the determination to do what it is that you got to do to get to where it is you need to go in life. To the Magician, again, twice, control your mindset and focus everything that you are on the inside into coming through and creating your outside world to match your inside world. Your spirituality needs to go further than what you're allowing it to do. It's like someone is just keeping all of this spiritual growth on the inside when in fact it just needs to spill over, Taurus. But the situation that you're in, for some reason, depends on what it is for you. It's different for everyone. The situation that you're in isn't allowing it to spill over. And because of that, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face. It's time for the next phase of your life, which is an energy realignment, so you can flip this emperor in the upright and begin to build on the outside of your life what you believe on the inside of your life. Right on. Heartache and loss. Yeah, it's not without heartache and loss. Any kind of new movement usually creates some kind of grief. Movement is uncomfortable. The process of moving sucks, but once you get to where you're going, it's amazing. Heartache and loss, grief and sorrow and pain in the mind, the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse says you're not seeing clear. You're not seeing the clarity of what it is that they're trying to get you to do here, because you keep focusing on what it's going to be like when you do move on from this particular situation. Tower in reverse talks about averting disaster. What's the disaster? Well, the Page of Cups and the Six of Swords in reverse. Averting the disaster of taking the bait, because whatever situation you're in, your people do not want you to go. They don't. That's that Page of Cups. That Page of Cups is an offer. Well, you know, if you're bored with this position, let's give you a little bit more work. That'll keep you busy. If you're bored with where you're living, or you can't express yourself in your relationship, right? The other side of things, whatever it is for you, is going to try to do something, give you something to make it a little bit better, but they can't, because unless you can own your newfound spiritual growth, even if you're just awakening for the first time, or if this is your 1500th escalation, right? And you're awakening, somebody's going to offer you something to stay where you are. And it's not in your best interest. Avert the disaster of falling for that. And it doesn't mean that these people are against you or they're trying to trap you, but people are egocentric and self-centered, right? When you say it's time for me to go, this situation or circumstance is going to say, here, I'm going to give you this so you will stay. And the Six of Swords in reverse is about mental baggage that will drown you. Literally weights around your ankles that will drown you. And this mental baggage is whatever it would be that would make you forfeit your whole spiritual journey in exchange for staying in a place of stagnation. Foundation and achievements with the Four of Wands. This is your future. This is where Source is trying to take you. To the Six of Pentacles, prosperity. Material prosperity and spiritual prosperity. Your spiritual prosperity is going to lead you to material prosperity, but you can't do it where you are. Hope with the Star. Again the Star. Again with the Star. Hope, faith, purpose. See very, very clearly that there is happiness, success, and vitality waiting for you. The overflow of your spirituality is going to just bring you a beautiful, beautiful future. Solitude. So again with the Hermit, sit down and talk. Talk with your higher power. They're trying to show you something. It's different for everyone. They're trying to show you something. They're trying to show you that the situation that you're in, you have outgrown. Yes, you have outgrown the situation that you're in, and it's time to step into the next phase of your growth and development. To the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, new prosperity, new prosperity, whatever this new phase of your life is, this new cycle where you are going to build on the outside of your life, what you believe on the inside of your life, is going to be ridiculously prosperous for you, Taurus. Ridiculously prosperous for you. Bottom of the deck. Victory and success. Overcoming the battle. What's the battle? Your stagnation. That's right. Victory and success. Intuition. We have awareness with the Magician and your intuition and the Empress and the Emperor and the Hierophant. They all go in a row. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the Lovers, 7 with the Chariot, 9 with the Hermit, right in a row. All of these major arcanas, boom, 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 right in a row. And then we have Taurus, the 9 of Swords, right? Anxiety, despair, suffering, and silence, because you know it's time to move, but you don't want to move, Taurus. You know it's time to move, but you don't want to move. Maybe even literally moving. Let's address these major arcana, okay? I think this is an interesting pattern that we need to talk about here. So we got the Devil. I'm going to do them in chronological order, okay? These are all the major arcana. Major arcana are the guide stones to having a successful human experience, okay? So I'm just going to read this to you in a different way. Hold on a second. All right, check this out, Taurus. Check this out. So. Lesson 1. Spirit wants you to pay attention. Pay attention. Be aware of what? Your intuition. Be aware of what Source is trying to guide you towards. Point your mind towards your intuition, and you will never fail. The Empress. Remember who you are. You are the Empress. Your mind creates your reality. Your intuition is your true north. The Empress understands both of these, and she employs it completely. This is where you're going. This is your level of spiritual attainment right here, right? You are being the Empress, whomever I'm talking to the Emperor. Now it's time to pour it out of yourself, pour it out of your mind, pour it out of your body. It is time to stand upon the foundation stones. Look, the Hierophant, to stand upon the foundation stones of what you truly believe and build your life upon your new belief system, which apparently you can't do in your current situation. The Lovers, aligning your energy to not only attract universal order, but to attract everyone and everything that you need to accomplish universal order into your life. The Lovers is about your vibration. The Chariot, put in the self-control, the willpower, the determination, and we will take you exactly to where you need to go. 9, sit down and let's talk. Let's do some soul searching and some introspection. Find some solitude and be quiet and listen to what Source has to say for you. To Justice, because it's in your best interest. We want to show you how to be accountable for your spiritual growth. Sacrifice with the Hangman, right? Pause, process, cut yourself loose from the tree with a new perspective. Death. So you can bring to an ending everything up to this point and transform and transition into the next phase of your life, your next energetic expression, which is going to be the next chapter of you. 15, but you got the old hang-ups going on here. The Devil, right? The attachments that restrict your growth are trying to hold you where you are. They don't want you to ascend. They don't want you to go further because you become more and more and more of a threat when you do. They need to consume your despair, and they don't like you to ascend. They don't like you to level up in your spirituality, so they are going to put all kinds of everything in your way to keep you from going. To 17, which is the Star. The Star is the path and the purpose of your life. To the Star. Path and the purpose of your life. They're trying to get you to take the next step, Taurus, but they cannot and will not go against your free will. They're not going to force themselves on you. That's why they're screaming at you. They're screaming at you. Listen to your intuition. We're trying to show you. We're trying to lead you. We're trying to guide you. We need you to sit down and be quiet with us so we can show you the next step of your path. The next step of your path that is going to take you straight in to your purpose and the reason, part of the reason that you are here to begin with. The path and the purpose of your life, the overflowing of your spirituality. It's time to build something with it. It's time to do something with it, Taurus. I do hope that that helped someone to understand in a different way. Don't forget to check out my audiobook, The Ultimate Guide to Your Spiritual Awakening. Link in the description box. Namaste.